Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. High Country Overland. Big day here. The RSI SmartCap has arrived. So I ordered January 1st, 2022. It's March 17th, 2022. And I had emailed them last week and they said, sorry man, we don't know when you're gonna get this thing. I know you're hoping to get it in March. When I ordered it, it said estimated delivery time of March 8th. But they said, look for it in April. Don't know when we're gonna be able to get it. All of a sudden I get a phone call yesterday and said, it's on its way, it'll be delivered to your house tomorrow. Well, that's today. So let's check it out. So the first thing I noticed is how well this was all packaged. You can see this is the top piece. It's surrounded with these pieces of wood. All the pieces are individually wrapped, cardboard, and over here's the pallet. They have like reinforced edges on everything. So far so good. I don't know if there's anything damaged. This box looks like it has a bunch of hardware. Be smart, open me first. You got it. So here's like the main gasket seal. I think they call it the D-ring. This looks like the piece I'll need to wire the rear brake light. There's all the mounting. That's all the mounting hardware for the cap. All right, here we are. So we're starting to assemble the SmartCap. We're getting all the pieces out. This is the roof piece. This is where you open up first and then use the box as a workspace, flip it open. And we're starting to mount the side parts on here. So this, you can see, this is one of the side panels. This is for the driver's side. And then we have the little nuts on there. They're just hand tight. All right, and then we're gonna move on to the second part. All right, so now we got both side panels on, you see here. And we start now putting on the front and rear panels. We start with the front. All right, so we've got the entire canopy assembled. You can see how we put all the pieces together. There's the two sides, the top, there's the front, back. And we've tightened all the bolts right here, all the way around. Just follow the instructions. It's really clear on the way to do that. And now we're about to put the weather stripping all the way around. And they say to do super glue on the ends. So mounting this thing was pretty simple. Took me and two friends about 2 hours. But we're also just sort of like hanging out, drinking some beer. First thing you do is you put the, which would be the passenger side on, which is over here, passenger side. And then you hand tighten all those bolts. Then you put the driver's side on, hand tighten all these guys. And then you're gonna put the front on, the part that's up against the cab. It has these little fasteners here. When you get this from RSI, these are turned around the other way. So just make sure you follow the instructions and flip them. And so they'll look like this on the inside, just like that. And so you'll hand tighten all of these. You'll put on the rear, hand tighten all those, and then you go through and tighten them all to spec. All right, one of the things you have to do to prep the bed of the Tacoma is do something about this gap between this piece against the cab and this part of the bed rail, I guess, or the, I don't know, this side of the bed. This is the passenger side over here. And the instructions from RSI say to use butyl tape. I decided to use Gorilla Glue epoxy putty as a more sort of permanent, harder solution. So that thing's gonna be waterproof for sure. No gaps in there, really filled it up. Make sure if you use the putty that you knead it until it's a consistent gray color before you put it on, that way it'll harden appropriately. All right, so I'm starting to install the cabinet here. I got a full bin that I'm making into a kitchen. So I've already installed the plywood And so the first thing you do is you put these bolts up here, right there, the 3 of them, because then, let's see, where am I at? There's 1, 2, and then I'll add the last little plate there. So there's a little groove here, 3 of those on top of the bin, and they're gonna slide in behind this, and that's what's gonna hold it up while you bolt in the rest of the bolts. So there's 1 there, 1, 2, 3 here, another 1 on the side. All right, let's get it hooked up. All right, so I just installed the cabinet, tightened down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bolts. So there was no templater, of course, for this kitchen I made, all the shelving. So I just had to figure it out based on the bin. But now that I have it inside the cab, there are these struts here that hold up the gull-wing doors, and I had to make little notches there to accommodate that when it sinks in when it closes. Had to do that on both sides. But that's it. Other than that, that worked fine. All right, so I got the top on. Took me and 3 friends to get it up, put it on, and got it clamped down. I started to load it up with things so I can give you an idea of what I've got going on here. So this is the back side of the bin. I just didn't finish installing that. Here's the back side of the bin. And I switched the molly panels from the inside of the bin since I was building a cabinet to the outside, so I was able to, then these are all my camp rugs. So those are right there. And then I added a bunch of Velcro tape, so I can add all these Velcro pouches right here, little rip away pouches and everything. If you have front runner flat packs and you have an RSI SmartCap and deck drawers like me, well then those flat packs fit perfectly. Look at that, they fit perfectly underneath there. You can fit 3 along the length of the decked platform. And then I just threw in a strap right there to keep them from sliding around. Here's the other gull-wing door. I threw my demo shovel up there, a couple rip-away pouches, some paracord. So the installation went pretty smooth. Okay, so that was the RSI canopy install and sort of a preliminary review of it. I've just had it on for a week now, and it's amazing. I love it. The deck drawers were my favorite mod, and now it's RSI canopy. There's just like so much storage in there, and they pair so well with the deck drawers. The like modularity of it, and how well I could just pack it full of stuff and move things around, and it's an organizational dream. It's been awesome. So in order to put it all together, I followed the instructions and I watched the RSI install video. I used those two things together. I was able to put it all together and get it on the back of the truck. Can't really think of anything else extra in addition to that other than what I did with the epoxy. They used the butyl tape, I used the epoxy. But other than that, everything went smooth. All right, check out some other videos. I'm gonna post a bunch of stuff here pretty soon.